introduce my friends for 5 minutes?
That works. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back from a long haul away from everything. I believe is everything. Is that
We all went off into the woods to train and grow stronger.
that makes total sense. That makes
Good evening, everyone.
good evening. How is everybody? Happy New Year's and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Yes,
very
it's been
happy
a
New
it's
Year.
been a powerful New Year's Day. If I can just keep this energy going, I think it might be all right.
Well, let's do our best. We've already got a bonus momentum and setback from Ginkgo.
Whoa.
Our boy's always out there.
Lurking
He's
about.
trying to help us and mess us up. God bless him.
Roman Emperor. He doesn't care which thumb you get, but you must entertain him.
This is true. It is Ginkgo. So, when last we left off, you guys were debating a hot air balloon, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Several of us were not here at the time, and they may need catching up.
This is true. Would one of you like to do a catch up?
It's a brief one, so I'll take a shot at it.
Okay.
Since our second to last session, many moons ago now, we are still trapped in the tower, but we have made a minor discovery. The very top of the tower is a platform, and that platform is attached to some sort of elvish flotation device. Powered by a captive wind elemental. It could float some number of people a distance. It appears to have been a weather balloon or a lookout post in many, many years ago. We have some logistical difficulties. It cannot fit all of us plus the animals. We were considering, do we fly at all? If we do fly, what do we do with our Phoenix and Archibald? Do we attempt something even more absurd and just jump and hope that a quick cast of Featherfall gets us down safely? Largely a mechanical debate. We engaged in some other silliness too. There was some fun with Tiny Groot, but by and large, we are here at the top of a tall tower. The bottom is full of zombies.
That is a problem.
And did we also? I don't know if I missed this, but has it been explained about the absence of a member of our party yet?
Kaz, the character, is still here.
Okay, all right. Just want to make sure Kaz was still with us. Okay.
Yeah, for now, anyway, he is. So, for now, he is, yeah. Whatever decision you guys make coming up here, he'll be taking off with Van Warren.
Mhm.
Just to simplify that.
Mhm.
So, here we stand on the top of the tower. At least some of you do. Let's zoom in here. Yeah. So it was Evelyn, Listener, Uki, and Wilhelm, along with Root.
Oh, he's so small.
Little Root. But yes, that was the debate, where to go from there.
think the option had been bandied about slightly that Kaz and Van Warren might be returning to the Orti and they could take the animals with them, but has a minor difficulty. The only two people capable of keeping them alive through the fungal blight would be staying with the party.
That is an issue. Does anybody have any input?
I mean, I have ideas, but we're all very heavy, so there's only so many options that I have, you know?
I do not have an idea.
We
I'm
are
just
stuck in a
listening.
high place.
Yeah.
Well,
I wonder though if we had like a parachute and I used like a pushing force underneath the canopy of that, would that would that act like a hot air balloon in a way, or is it just like a try and find out type of deal?
Well, I mean, as with most things in D&D, it's pretty much always a try and find out.
Yeah, I'd rather not send us to our death. Thanks.
I'm sure it's fine.
Well, yeah, probably all right. Probably all right.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. It's fine. It's
As
fine.
Evelyn is not
Every time you
here,
say that, that's when I start to get scared.
yes. As Evelyn is not here, I'll have to ask Church. Church, how many individuals can her version of Featherfall hit?
Well, she's got the standard spell.
Okay, so it's what, 6?
I believe so.
All right.
Pull it up here real quick. 5.
Mm-hmm.
Up to 5
Oh.
creatures.
Are we just trying to get down?
Down, I think we could manage if it wasn't for the animals.
So, Wilhelm,
Yes.
I know you have a formal education based upon
I do.
your race. I'm not sure if anyone else up there on the roof presently does. I think Evelyn might. But one thing that you are going to be aware of, as I think we talked about before, is you have some knowledge of how to fly this thing. One of the things that you would understand is how to bring it down. There is a system of ballast and a way to change altitude. If that's
I'm
the word.
just not that. It's if we're just trying to get everyone down, could we do it in multiple trips?
I mean, fly the balloon back up.
Yes.
That would be hilarious.
And just I bring down a few, I come back up, I bring more down, and just do multiple trips to bring everyone down, including the animals.
I think 2 would do it.
Yeah, you could do it in 2. There's
'Cause-
always the chance that things could go wrong, but in theory, it should work.
Like, for instance, I could take someone down over the gates and drop them. So that they were out of the, and then we could, that way we are not surrounded when we come down.
Would be ideal.
And we could actually shut the gates from the outside, locking them in, and again, just go over them.
It's your call.
I would be glad to see Wilhelm just piloting a hot air balloon. Let's complete the Victorian aesthetic.
And once I land it, I can get it back up in the air because you said it's an air element.
Yeah, it does have a. You could feasibly do this, yes.
So I could get everyone down with the air balloon.
Correct.
And then discuss what we're doing with the fact we now have a Zeppelin. And I know it's not a Zeppelin, but I am going to call it a Zeppelin. Despite the fact that they're...
It feels roughly as flammable as a Zeppelin.
Zeppelin is probably overshooting the mark a little bit, but you enjoy this. You enjoy this.
Yes, a Zeppelin would be able to carry everyone. You can't do that. But...
Well, you remember what happened last time you guys were on a Zeppelin.
Bad things.
I don't know what you're speaking about. I have never... Wilhelm has never been on a Zeppelin before. That was a completely different world. Actually, it was this world.
It's literally this world. We could go to the wreck.
The wreckage is still there.
But completely different people. Because I'm also thinking we could perhaps take this to the dome. Because we're concerned about going over water. This could travel over water.
It could.
I am picturing right now an absolutely ancient elvish observation balloon floating over the seas of Cairne with us aboard, and let me tell you, that sounds like the safest thing we've ever done. Perfectly safe.
I don't know. Yeah, the thought terrifies me.
But it does sound like fun, though.
It does. Well, how about we focus on we all get down outside of the gates with the door shut, and then we discuss what our next game.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound like a plan?
Listener responds, I trust you to pilot this one. I will stick to the Orti myself.
Is anyone else? Is this that work with everyone else?
I think Uki is. Yeah, I feel like this is probably outside of her scope of experience.
I will say, Uki, you, because of your familiarity with the Kulvark have fleets of airships.
Oh, okay.
So you've
Well,
seen, you may not have been on one, but you've seen them fly on the big ones, the Zeppelins.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, you may not have ever been on one. You may not even be comfortable with being on one, but you've seen them.
Right. It's another vehicle for me to be with after the Ortiz. She likes wide open spaces or little cranny caves, but not underwater. And yeah.
I don't think anyone wants to go underwater anytime too soon, even though you're headed that way.
But she is used to probably air, being high up and lower, less oxygen and colder temps.
Very true.
Right. So.
Well, let's do it. Come on.
Let's do it.
I will do it. I'm gonna try to fly in a Zeppelin, and I will continue calling it the Zeppelin, despite the fact that it is not.
All right. Well, we would just say that the name of the craft is now the Zeppelin.
Yes.
The Zeppelin, parentheses, hot air balloon.
Friendly reminder that Saoirse and Genesis are still on the floor below.
We do need to go down and actually discuss this with people, I guess.
So yeah, go ahead and do that, and then decide how you're doing this as far as logistics.
Okay.
So we go downstairs.
All right.
We believe we may have a plan to get out of the tower and over the walls. We think about using. They have the Zeppelin up
Zeppelin.
the Zeppelin upstairs, and I can fly it. I believe we can use it to get everyone over the walls, and then we can regroup. Obviously.
That's great news, but what's a Zeppelin, Wilhelm?
It's a big balloon that flies. We're going to fly.
Saoirse, like, she's still not quite sure what Wilhelm's talking about, but she gets really bright-eyed at hearing the word flying, so...
A balloon.
Yes. I should be able to get everyone. It may take a few trips up over the wall and come down, and I can come back up and get more people. That way, we don't have to deal with the horde surrounding.
Sorry, I'm laughing again. That doesn't help you guys. Sorry.
Don't have to deal with the horde. Yes, of course.
What are your thoughts? Because obviously, this is one possibility. There are others. So I will admit the prospect of flying the Zeppelin. It fills me with joy.
And it sounds to me like the safest option if we can get it to work.
I think I can. I think I can get to work the way we want it to.
Listener turns to Genesis. I believe either you or I will need to supervise the animals. They will not like flying, I don't think. I did not like thinking about flying. They could hardly do better.
Everybody likes flying.
Okay, well, I think we know where we begin with this quest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Archibald?
Archibald.
You gonna help us calm everyone down? Put out the good vibes, my guy?
Are you asking him? Because he doesn't really talk.
Oh, I should probably... I don't have speak with animals in my spell list, do I? Cry.
It was a
Oh,
good
that
attempt.
sucks.
He'll just kind of look at you and clack, clack.
Plus. Listener goes over there and sort of stands by them. You can tell he's somewhat trying to not be on the balloon for as long as possible.
Clack,
Yes.
clack.
Somewhat.
Just a little clack, clack.
So, how should we divide this up?
You all go on ahead. I shall wait for the second trip.
Yeah, I think I'll wait for the second one as well, honestly.
Well,
If possible.
is someone? So are we not bringing any of the animals with us, whether the Phoenix or Archibald?
I think if you'd make the first trip without the two of us, then you can actually fit Kaz and Jeff.
Well,
Yes.
well, Jeff, I mean,
He's quite reliable.
do we really want everyone getting that close to Jeff, though? Like,
Jeff can pile drive his through the.
Jeff is like a
Jeff
being
can leave any time he wants, really.
Yeah, Jeff's fine.
Okay. We don't really even need to include Jeff because, like, it's a void being, right? Like, it eats void energy. It doesn't.
It still takes
being around
damage from them, but not that much.
Yeah, he could
Being
just barrel-
around
he could
Jeff.
barrel through him.
He got that dread charge.
Okay, so they can make their own way out. That's great. 'Cause I don't really, and I'm not sure if being in close proximity to such a being would be advisable.
You don't want to touch Jeff.
Yeah, you don't want to touch Jeff. I forget what his radius is on the void aura, but I have stood in it. It wasn't fun.
It does hurt.
So I would suggest, if we're splitting the party up just to, I guess, transport to another location, that either I go on the first with the first team, but have Kaz behind, or Kaz go first. I don't think that. I think that basically you want to have have someone who's kind of defense on the front and defense on the back. Kaz and, as you said, Kaz and Jeff are pretty formidable. So I would hate for like us to pile in and take off, and then the zombie horde breaks through and takes out and then tries to go after Listener and whoever is the last of the party.
That would be unfortunate, yes.
Ginkgo is all about you guys splitting up.
Ginkgo in chat cheering, split the party. Split the party.
I am completely okay with that decision. Let's do it and split the party.
Yep.
All right.
Now, we got a vehicle that only fits some of them, so that's what you do.
Who's going on the first trek?
I'll go on the first track.
So we got Uki?
I think. Yeah.
Obviously me.
Obviously.
Because you're driving.
Saoirse.
All right. So Uki, Saoirse. We'll say Evelyn will go.
I'm sorry, I was ignoring you.
Anyone else?
Hi, puppy.
Boo, you weren't on push to talk when you said that, by the way.
Sorry, I was saying something, but I was not on push to talk because I was not pushing my talk. I think it should just be Listener, Genesis, and Kaz staying behind the humanoids here.
And Van Warren?
Van Warren can go.
All right,
Van Warren can go. He can take the boat.
All right. So, Listener, Kaz, and who else?
Genesis.
And Genesis. Listener, Kaz, and Genesis are staying behind. All right. So, you guys are going to basically out in front of the gate. So we're going to say right around 90 to 100 foot trek horizontally, not including the vertical. It's not too bad. So Wilhelm, you pile everybody up onto the platform. And you take a nice long gander at the mechanism that runs this thing. All right? You have two hand pulleys, a helmet that is attached to a long cable, and a pedal for your foot. Okay?
Okay.
Now, the hand pulleys you're pretty much sure is going to be right, left, forward, and backwards. The pedal is going to be your ascension, descension. But you're not sure what the helmet does. Unless it's maybe a safety device to keep you from falling. You'll just be dangling by your head. Which is totally
Don't want to
I
do that. Don't want to do that.
I would like to try to make some sort of roll to see if I can come up with an idea, perhaps a history, if I can figure out kind of what the helmet might have been used for.
Go for it.
17. I'm going to end up putting it on my head. I'm just hoping to figure out what before I do that.
You're not entirely sure. Best guess, maybe it's a way to communicate with the entity. Like, you're used to how a standard airship works, you know, rigid and non-rigid.
Mm.
But this is something a little different. There's an arcane element.
Figured as much, so I am going to put the helmet on and try to use it with the helmet on. Let's see what happens when I put the helmet on.
All right. You place the helmet on your head. Please give me a wisdom save.
Ha ha ha.
God bless Will.
All right. You guys see him. He immediately clenches his eyes shut. His jaw just shuts tight. You can see the muscles clenched on either side of his jaw. And he's sitting there shaking. Wilhelm, you're just flooded with rage. Just the creature trapped in this thing is angry as hell. And it's lashing out at you. It's not cooperating. In fact, the balloon is beginning to sag. You guys can see that.
I would like to.
Actually,
So
can I try something?
Of course.
So I'm assuming that Saoirse is watching Wilhelm like kind of be ragey. And that she knows that whatever is happening, like, you know, it's some sort of emotional response. I would like to try and calm it down with an empathetic performance.
All right.
Do it, because then I have an idea as well. And your idea is probably better than mine.
Wilhelm, the rage does not pass, but there is enough of a pause that it allows you a chance to kind of set your mind against whatever is assaulting you. So you get another wisdom save, please.
Okay.
All right. Through sheer force of will, grit teeth, and a sweaty brow, Wilhelm just rages out loud. You can hear this barbaric yelp utter forth from the man as he stands up in the seat, gripping the handles tightly. And then suddenly you can just see his eyes pop open as he gains control.
Yeah!
Wilhelm, the creature is not happy with you still, but through sheer force of will, you have dominated it.
Okay. I am going to try to fly this ship.
All right.
I am flying the Zeppelin.
Here we cast off the line. Let's get a survival check.
Okay. 26.
All right. Flies through the air with the greatest of ease. Wilhelm drifts up, out, and over, and down again with a pillow-soft landing. Everyone is allowed to disembark.
Yeah, Saoirse is going to step out.
Right. I'm assuming everyone disembarks. Except for Wilhelm, unless you want to.
No, I'll stay in the ship.
All
I
right.
am not removing the helmet.
Okay, and so where we landed, where we disembarked, I'm going to do a quick scout, look around, make sure it's safe. Where are we at again? That we landed?
Let's see. Listener, Genesis. And there's Van Warren. Alright. I don't know. Can you see Yuki?
Yes.
Okay. So that's where you're at. The tower to your right obviously isn't there. It's just kind of open wasteland beyond that. But you're in front of the gate where you guys entered.
Got it. And so can we see any of the, if we're at the gate, how far is it from?
From the tower?
Yeah,
About 100 feet.
okay.
The gate is shut, though.
Oh, that's right, we shut the gate. So we can't, zombies can't see us, we can't see the zombies because they're inside the gate now.
Yeah, you don't even hear any at the gate. Like, it appears like you made the transversal from point A to point B without being noticed.
Fabulous.
So Wilhelm, whenever you're ready, lift off and landing on top of the tower is going to be a little more difficult.
Oh, exciting.
Alrighty. Once everyone is safely disembarked, I am gonna try it.
All right. Give me another wisdom save, please.
24.
All right, yeah. It surrenders to your will at this point. Give me a survival check to lift off and make the distance.
23.
All right. And one more to lander on top of the small tower.
Oh, that's a 10.
Yeah, you smack the side of the tower a little bit with the bucket. Not enough to jar
Bonk.
yourself loose. And you just make another attempt for me. All right.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, okay, 27.
No, that's right. Yeah, you managed to right yourself and set her down once again. All right. Are you disengaging or just waiting?
I will wait and let them.
I imagine we heard.
Yeah, you definitely heard the thump. Definitely heard the thump.
All right. We must begin corralling the animals.
So we're putting everything else on this round, right?
Yep.
Will everything fit comfortably?
Comfortably, no. But it will fit. So, first off, animal handling. I assume Genesis is still controlling that?
I'm probably not the best at it, but I will try.
You have my assistance with it, so you take your advantage. We're cooperating.
We'll
Nice.
definitely let that go.
Alrighty. Animal handling on its way.
Very good.
No problem.
Okay,
We managed to keep
okay.
the Phoenix and Archibald very calm.
Gently walking up the stairs, reminding them over the psychic connection that there are zombies underneath and not up here. No zombies up here.
So you do pile them on to the platform, as well as yourselves. For sake of ease, I'm just gonna bring Jeff
Mm-hmm.
and Kaz down. Like I said, for sake of ease.
Sure.
All right. Wilhelm,
Survival check.
survival check. You don't need the wisdom this time.
13.
Genesis and listener, and I guess Kaz, give me dex saves, please.
Oh, Lord. Well.
I did the thing.
You did the thing.
I didn't switch it.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Alright. Hold. The listener tries to take a tumble
I'm trying desperate. Yes.
as just the shifting weight with all the animals on there causes the thing to teeter. Listener tumbles backwards.
Yes.
Genesis, one chance to grab him.
Oh, okay. What do I roll? What am I doing?
Roll to hit. Basic strength.
Okay.
He's hefty.
Wow, that's not good.
I am heft. Yes. That beats my AC.
12.
So you managed to grab him.
Hui.
Now make a strength save. And do not roll low.
We have a boost in reserve.
You do
Strength
have a
save, you say? Okay.
Yes. Oh. Would you like to use a reroll?
Yes.
Definitely like to use a reroll.
Go ahead.
But let me just make sure that I have. Yes, I do have the lucky feat. I will use my lucky feat instead of using the reroll.
The group reroll.
Good call.
Yes.
Good call.
That is more than fair, I think, because we only have one of those for the team. Okay. Strength save. Strength save. I can do this.
You got
Drink.
this. You got this.
Oh. 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 Okay, it's a 10. It's a 10.
Perfectly average.
I'm gonna stop there. It's a 10.
Would you
Fine.
like to try the reroll?
I think he's implying that a 10 will not do it.
It will.
Guys, I'm just rolling badly. Like, what if I roll another 10? If I roll another 10,
Can
like,
What
It would
I
be
mean-
very funny.
What are the odds?
can Cass try to grab too?
Who? Can who?
Cass.
Kaz?
Yeah,
He is up here.
he is up there, and his strength score is probably slightly higher.
yeah, I'd rather use the reroll for somebody who's actually capable because I have a +0 for this, and it's just not
Kaz is
good time.
wrangling Jeff, though.
Does Jeff need to be wrangled?
Yeah, Jeff
Oh,
needs
that
to be
sucks.
wrangled.
Looks like it. Looks like it.
Okay, all right. Well,
This
Oh,
is,
just roll the dice. It's fine. Just
this
roll
is
dice.
much more fun.
what if it's more than a 10 this time?
You've got this. Have faith.
It could be lower than a 10 this time. That's true.
You've got this. Come on.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and preemptively mute myself so I can squeal loudly and not deafen everyone. Okay.
You've got this.
Okay.
The squeals are entertainment value for the stream.
You're insane.
Take my energy.
You got this.
You can do it.
Sending you the positive vibes.
You can do it.
Oh my god! What have you sent me? What have you sent me?
These
Take it back.
vibes are rancid.
These vibes have failed the vibe check. Take them back. I beg you. I beg you.
Oh my god.
I rolled a
Can
natural
I,
one, everyone. A natural one. I have never before in my life seen such a low roll. Okay.
Indeed. Churchmen propose an alternative course of action.
I can't. Okay. I knew it. I rolled 2 10s. That was a sign to stop. Okay.
That was awesome.
So not only have I burned a luck point, I've also burned the group
The
reroll
reroll, yes.
for the squad, the whole squad.
It's
That's
okay.
the entertainment value.
It's
And this is why the lucky feat isn't actually OP, everyone.
Yes. So what's your?
I
alternative?
hate this.
It's okay. It's okay.
Featherfall ranged or touch?
You know, I still have it here. It is 60-foot range.
How sharp is Evelyn?
Oh.
Pretty sharp, I feel.
I tell you what, because I was just about to do something. I'll let either you or Genesis decide because you're both going over the side.
Yeah,
She grabbed you and your weight pulled her along with you.
I'm big.
So one of you roll a d4, please.
I got D4s. May I, Master Moose?
Oh, don't even ask me that.
There you go.
First of all,
There's a D4.
All right, so 3. So let's see here. So it's going to put you right about there
oh my goodness.
when the tumble happens. At least you're outside the wall.
Yes, outside the wall is way better.
Yeah, you don't want to fall in a big slew of nasty undead.
No, that's the only way to make it worse, really. Listener would attempt to take the impact. Just position Genesis above him.
All right, so 25 distant, and we're going to say 70 up.
Got to catch it as we come down.
You got to catch it as you come down. Moving targets.
Moving targets.
Um,
But by the language of the spell, I don't think it's a to hit or anything.
no. This is going to be more of a reaction time.
Exactly. You gotta have been watching, basically.
So this is one of those weird bits of territory.
Yeah.
I
Deck
wish-
save?
I wish she were here to make the roll. Let's see. Let me pull her up here.
Deck save, sleight of hand. This is one of those challenging ones.
I'm going to do an Arcana.
Also funny.
Let's see how quick she can pull a spell off under duress.
Yes.
So here we go.
Roll better than I did. Roll better than I did. Roll better than I did. Roll
Pretty
better
good,
than I did.
pretty good.
16.
Oh my god, the anxiety.
We're just falling through the air.
She manages
I
to
love
get.
that for me.
She manages to get both of you.
Nice.
Pause for effect.
Since you are wrapped in large listener arms.
Yes.
Never give me the community reroll.
It was necessary.
So
Read my lips. Don't do it.
Your descent slows from terminal velocity to 60 feet per round.
It'll only hurt a lot.
You take no
Gee.
falling damage and land on your feet.
Ah.
Oh my goodness. How close we came to dying just then.
Listener is looking from side to side.
Wilhelm, you swear you hear that critter laughing at you in your mind. Go ahead and make one more survival check to land the thing.
No. Oh no. Oh no.
14.
No, you're good. You managed to set it down. Not quite the pillow soft landing of last time, but one you could walk away from. So yeah, you are settled. Listener and Genesis a little shook up, but
Yeah, just a bit.
no worse for the wear. So
Saoirse's going to run over and ask them if they're okay.
I suppose. Let us not. Let us not do that. Let us not.
Yes, I think that is enough flying of the Zeppelin.
you don't want to keep going?
Mm-mm.
We got everyone off the outside. I think we are we done with the Zeppelin?
Listener is looking fairly done with the Zeppelin. He still hasn't actually let go of Genesis.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of whatever that was. Okay? Just
That's
so
fair.
everyone's aware that
That's fine.
that sucks.
That's fair. So I will say with that, Van Warren and Kaz are going to say their goodbyes and head back to the Orti.
That seems
Well-
like something a reasonable person would do.
So why are we doing it?
Fair point. But yeah, they are going to head back to the Orti.
I once we acknowledge the fact we're not going to be trying this again, I want to, through the helmet, how do I free you? If the balloon is damaged, are you free?
Well, it doesn't appear to understand the language you're trying to communicate.
Listener walks over. Wilhelm, why are you in the strange hat? It's not as stylish as your usual hat.
There is something that is powering that, and it is not willing. It isn't being forced to do this, and this is how I'm communicating. And I would like to release it.
Listener looks around. I see no other creatures.
It is something. I am going to try to think of freedom, release, letting it fly on its own. See if it can come up with and just
With
do.
with the helmet on,
Yes.
give me another wisdom save, please.
14.
Okay. It's all you sense is just rage. You get the sense that this thing is something more than trapped. Like it's not just trapped; it's like a hopeless sense of bound. And it's just angry. Like if it had the ability, it would be attacking you right now.
I don't want to leave this creature. I don't want to. The thing that pilot this is not of its own free will. I do not want to leave it prisoner. especially because there is no freedom.
The listener attempts to reach out telepathically in a sort of standard fashion, not through any sort of fancy hat. We don't do fancy hats here.
I'm all about my hat.
George?
What are you trying to do? Sorry.
Reach out telepathically. He's a little incredulous. He's not certain there's anything actually there. No familiarity with elementals, you see.
Okay. Give me a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm. It's only a 5.
Nothing terrible happening. It's just this raw, unbridled, emotional anger is all you're really getting from the balloon.
Reconnects to Wilhelm. Well, no wonder we fell. The vessel is incredibly angry.
Yes, it is not. It is obviously a prisoner. And if I don't know what to do about it. I don't want to leave it here, especially because if we leave it, it could be a prisoner forever.
What is it? What creature is this? It is not a spirit. It doesn't seem really to be alive, but it's certainly there.
I'm not sure, but it's probably been bound since before. And if we don't release it, it might be bound for however longer.
Now make an Arcana check, Church.
You're welcome to.
I've got a little bit of magical studies under my belt now.
Excellent.
Yes.
So it is definitely and this is a very, very big rarity here in Cairne, obviously, but it is an extraplanar creature. Seeing as how the gates are shut, there is no way that you know of to banish it. Like, you can't banish something if it can't leave. And the magic it would take to separate this thing again is way beyond you. This would be like somebody with a few months of an herbal medicine course trying to do open heart surgery.
Gotcha.
The only thing that you could really think of would be maybe to kill it. Just destroy the thing.
Listener says to Wilhelm, one moment, there's something. He pulls out the grimoire that they took off the guy way back. He flips through a little bit. He says, there was a mention of bound creatures. This, I imagine, must be one of those. It is beyond any of us. Well, the proper way is beyond any of us. Just as the dead, it can no longer reach its proper home. Perhaps even death would be a mercy in this case, though I shudder to think. We could not separate it from its prison. We could, I suppose, simply cut the prison free. It may prefer the open air, at least.
If that might be best, is to just let it be free. I don't know. This is a big decision. What are your thoughts?
It is simply too furious at the state of things to even communicate with, so we can hardly ask. We just must proceed as if we could judge for it. Such creatures are stranger still even than my own people. I say we simply cut it loose. Could hardly be a worse state of affairs.
Okay. I would like to release it.
Okay. How are we doing that?
It's held down with tethers to the basket. We could simply cut the tethers.
That's what I'm thinking.
So just
Is we
leave it trapped in the balloon to float at the mercy of the winds?
It's an air elemental. It might like that better.
Fair.
Floating at the mercy of the winds is an improvement from being packed into a little box on top of a tower.
Fair. All right, so you cut the tethers?
yeah.
You cut the tethers, the breeze carries it off, it flips and flops and drags across the ground, flips a few more times before it carried off into the distance.
Well, it didn't have any ballast left on it. I expected to just rocket into the air.
Well, that was the thing, it was just at the mercy of the wind. It's catching some ground, or some air as it goes. It's just kind of dragging along.
No.
But, yeah, you're immediate. The tie is severed as soon as the lines are cut.
Mm-hmm. May the wind carry it someplace better than here.
Be free. Be hope.
All right. Where do we go from here?
Hell of a question.
Would you guys like to see the overland map again?
Yes.
Yeah, it might help.
Back to the overland map. I believe where you guys are at is still accurate. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume the ruins that are on the map are the ruins we were just inside, or did we stop like right outside of it? I can't remember.
No, that's the ones you were just at. This was the dome. Which isn't
Okay.
terribly far.
Yeah.
Couple miles.
I suppose our best bet would be just to head towards the dome.
All right. Heading north.
North, north, north. We must assemble ourselves into the proper shape. Say, bid ourselves a good farewell to Kaz and Van Warren, certainly.
Yeah. They are headed south around the western side of the volcano, back towards the RT.
We've got the lookouts. I assume we have the continuous casting of coming clean.
Of course.
Yep.
All right. So we're moving up.
Yep.
Make sure nothing dire happens.
Deadly. I don't know what 3 means.
Shadow dragon. No, just kidding.
Ideally not.
I don't like to repeat myself too much.
Spelljammer shit.
Oh, jeez.
Crashes from the sky.
I'm not sure that would do very much good for you, though, at this point.
No, it wouldn't. Unless Saoirse's, or unless Bodhi's leer actually turns out to be a leer of the spears, as I originally theorized.
I'm picturing a goldfish bonking off the inside of its bowl.
So, I know Evelyn's shared some of this with you. The third settlement here is called Galanak.
Mhm.
It's an ivory dome surrounded by the petrified remains of dead trees. What once must have been a large forest that was integrated into the settlement. The place, you can tell, like she said that the elves do not come close to here. You're at the edges of the settlement here. And Evelyn stops at the edge.
Mhm.
She looks like she's looking through the desiccated trees for something.
Mhm.
Saoirse's going to look at her and say as quietly as she can, "Are you looking for the Voidwalker, Evelyn?"
There's something worse out there. And as she says,
I mean, the void wraith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you're talking, you can see it flitting between the trees, a shadowy figure with eyes that burn like fire, watching, waiting. The absolute manifestation of nightmare.
Saoirse starts turning a little bit paler than normal.
Dun, dun, dun. So here, let's do this.
Oh, goody. You got to an up close map. That's not terrifying at all.
Let
Hmm.
me get you guys real quick too.
Yes.
No, you can leave us off this map. It's okay.
Oh, now that wouldn't be very fun at all. Luckily, I have a copy-paste feature.
Aha. Beautiful.
Let's bring you guys back a little bit. You guys are right at the edge.
Mhm.
I'm sure nobody wanted to get too close, right?
Yes.
Like I said, you did see the thing flitting about for a moment.
Mhm.
It's not staying visible for very long.
That's fair. Question.
Yes.
How long was our travel time?
It was only about 2 miles, so not very long.
Not very long. We should probably sneak in some sort of rest and maybe let Wilhelm collect, if there is even the slightest chance of healing herbs, 1 or 2 of those.
Alright.
I believe when last we left off, everybody was completely torn up.
You guys wanted to
Not everyone, but a good number.
Yeah.
And I have nothing.
He got nothing. Oh, I got a question though.
What's that?
We're outside.
Yes.
My regeneration should be kicking in.
Yes.
Alright, I'm back up to full OM supremacy.
if I have, I'm not sure if I'm injured, to be honest. I'm not. Never mind. Awesome.
Yeah. I think it was mostly Evelet who was in very rough shape.
Mentalist supremacy. Hmm.
So we'll get a rest in. Do you want a long rest or a short rest?
Gonna need to be long for any healing that we do because we get 1 point.
1
Yeah.
point per long rest. I'm not sure that's worth it, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
Well-
no.
A lot
I
of
mean, I
us
could-
get resources back on a long.
Yes,
so.
it's also good.
How about we do, if we did short, I could use a spell slot, not really a spell slot, but like an ability point or whatever they're called, to, the healing that I can do is only on myself, right?
So,
Because I have a thing where I can, if I could find the thing.
I mean, you guys can do a long rest. That's fine. It'll be evening by the time it's over.
My
Yeah.
brain just can't. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Wait a minute, didn't we long rest in the tower after we fought all those zombies and then, like, you know, destroyed the stairs and everything?
But you never can tell.
So,
I don't remember if we did. Well, no, we did do a long rest because at the end of the long rest, the storm was finally dissipating.
Mhm.
There has been
Yeah.
one.
Okay, yeah, because I should have way more airworms than I had. So that's better.
okay. So, what are we doing? Short rest? Long rest? Just so I know what to roll.
I think short. Since we did actually have a long rest.
Okay. That's fine. So, let's see. Alright, you'll be uninterrupted. Wilhelm,
Yes.
you want to try to scavenge?
Oh, yes. I need to get.
Don't go too deep in the woods.
I am.
Don't go alone.
Always good.
I am gonna try to find as much as I can.
Alright. So, it's still pretty barren. But I will give you a shot. Go ahead and make your roll.
Nature or survival?
Let's do nature.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Jeez.
Goodness. That's a
Need
really
my
good roll.
The desperation has fueled him.
All right. So, how many would you normally get? How many items? I forgot.
I don't remember. I'll be honest. It's been so long since I've actually been able to look.
I think you roll a d4 for them.
Yeah. That sounds right. I was going to say something around 4. Go ahead, roll d4. We'll go with that for now. That'll work.
2.
2? All right. That'll be enough to get 2 things.
All right, and then I also mycology.
Okay.
So, dude, that one has it written down. So I get 2 mycology and 2. I
Wilhelm's breathing a sigh of relief.
yes, because I will turn those into tinctures.
All right. Just make sure you write down what you make over the course of your short rest.
I have the zeros right now. I am changing at this moment,
Excellent.
quite happily. Antifungal and 1 anti.
So as you're resting and he's doing this, the rest of you are at least somewhat in awe of the structure before you. Within this, copse of long dead, pretty much petrified trees. You can see it from here, it's enormous. It's a huge ivory dome set into the earth itself. It glistens in the light. The craftsmanship is just impeccable. It's perfect.
Saoirse just is awestruck as she is observing this tower, and as she does, you can see her like occasionally just like take her hand and she sort of gently rubs the key that opens it around her neck. In my head, she keeps it on a string tied around her neck. She never leaves that thing.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Perfectly alright. So, Wilhelm gets his work done. Is anyone else doing anything special?
I think Uki will take this opportunity to clean her guns, check the firing mechanisms. As she had used them quite frequently in the tower.
Yeah,
So, in fact, I think you had a jam that you never cleared too.
good point.
Right. Yeah, so get that jam, fix that on my pistol.
Alright.
At the same time, doing that, but also kind of surveying the surroundings, trying not to get too engrossed in the thing, to just, using careful eyes to make sure there's not any threats.
There is
Within-
a threat in the woods.
Yeah.
Every now and then, it's like you catch a glimpse of it, just kind of manifesting and disappearing here and there. It's like a shadow at the periphery of your vision.
Yeah, so she's being pretty cautious about because she should have like scope musket and pistol that are at least loaded. But she's going to work on that jam first of the pistol that she had trouble with before.
No problem. No problem. And the animals are actually antsy here. They're uncomfortable, nervous.
I would like to try to do a thing, if I can. So you know how people can like use their abilities and learn how to do new things? I'm not like actually asking to be able to do this, but like I wish that I could sit there and like consider things, Like I have the ability to make to see sounds and hear different things and like blend my senses. And then I also have like the telepathy type of deal. Can I like study some of that and like focus and figure out a game plan for anything that might pop up? Or
It's not impossible. Tell me specifically what you're trying to do, though.
like specifically with methods of transportation.
Okay.
Like I have the ability to push and pull. I have the ability to drag,
With
like,
telekinesis.
right.
Okay.
I also have the ability to touch people's minds. Like, can I interface some of this stuff to create some sort of a moving thing?
It's not impossible. And keep in mind, one of the things I really wanted to do with your class in particular was give whoever played the mentalist the chance to be creative with their powers. That's why you don't have like set spells like a spellcaster would. You're encouraged to be creative, to say, if I use this and this together to create this, or create this effect. That's the type of stuff I want you to try and do. So, yeah, be creative.
Okay. I want to begin working on that then, because my theory is that everybody has a brain, right? So, if I am on some level capable of pushing and pulling with my mind, then there's got to be something within these other people's heads that has the capability to do something. Like, one computer by itself can only do so much. If you interface other people's, not like a neural network, I'm not going to go there with it, but like,
Not the hive mind.
you see what I'm trying for, right?
Yeah, well, you guys have already been working on the hive mind.
Yeah, we've been trying. We've
And
got a few too many brains here.
this is just hive mind ATV edition.
Yes.
I'm trying here. I don't know.
I don't know, if you want to do more hive mind shenanigans, if you want to try and show listener how to be telepathic, he's always down for that sort of nonsense.
Well, listener already being telepathic too is
It does help.
it does help.
Ooh,
One
teach
brain.
Wilhelm how to be telepathic.
Well, now opening up psychic abilities is going to be a little far fetched.
Yeah,
Keep
I
in
mean,
mind-
I don't.
Genesis attempting to become a cross-class trainer.
Genesis's abilities are a mutation from the void.
Oh.
Alright.
They're
I
It's not
mean-
like I can.
skill. It's a
Yeah, I'm not
mutation.
trying to make anybody become a mentalist in class or in abilities or mechanically like that. I just think that if I can touch other people's minds, then maybe I can use their capacity
to empower your own.
to add storage. Yes,
No, I get it. I get where you're going. That's actually
more RAM space.
that's an interesting thing. Let me know if you ever want to try it. It could have negative consequences. It could flawlessly work and blow holes through all kinds of stuff. You never know.
Looks nervously at the nat one I just rolled.
Mm,
I'll be sure to
yes.
do that,
Mm.
Chief. Oh, maybe one day when the dice are actually with me.
Don't be scared.
What? When you want to, Wilhelm's brain is more than willing to let you play.
Blessed.
So, the short rest ends.
Mhm.
You guys have made it this far. What do you want to do from here?
I would like to call for our union break so that I can fix a beverage.
Nice.
We can definitely.
I
do
second that, yeah.
It's a good point. So yeah, in that case, we'll be right back after this word from our sponsors, if we have them.
We should get one of
We
those.
should get one. We should get one.
Yeah. Twitch millions.
Which millions. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. And we're back. Oh wow, yeah, that is boosted. There we go. I boosted my mic up a little bit for those of you at home. Let me know if it's too loud on your end, Twitch land, just in case.
You are just a little toasty with it. Perhaps back it off the tiniest amount.
Tiny. And yeah, there we go. That'll get me out of the red. There we go. There, just in case I yell. Okay. Yeah, that's working much better. So, everyone's terrified. You know what's out there amongst the trees, flitting about. You've heard stories, rumors, horror tales.
Not a fan, personally.
One of the most vile and evil creatures in the world of Cairne.
Giggling in the background.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's just utterly diabolical.
Just pray that one never becomes a DM.
I thought it was just ephemerons lurking about.
It's been a busy time on the island. You guys have run into a lot of horrors.
Yeah, it's not the greatest place we've been to.
I will say that you
Getting 2 stars.
are right on the cusp of the actual blight, though. You're like hovering at the edge of it, so that's why.
Makes sense.
I mean, with how dark it was around that settlement we just came from, yeah.
Darkness. So now we have the conundrum of your approach. What do you want to do?
Snacks is back as well. Welcome back, Snacks.
Yeah, we just went live, so you haven't missed anything.
Oh, cool. And tomorrow will be 1 year since my first game with you guys, by the way.
Wow, happy anniversary.
Wow, January 2nd of 2021.
That's cool. That is really cool. We are a long time running with this campaign. Long time running. And the associated campaign even longer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That one stretched out a little bit.
So yeah, this is actually an achievement in the world of gaming.
They don't always last quite as long.
And
Some of them have a tendency to peter out.
I still laugh at the fact that this started off as a one-shot.
It's supposed to be a damn
That's-
one shot.
Yeah.
So, how do you guys want to do this?
Well, now that Snacks is back, I think we defer all matters of combat to our resident expert.
Yeah. We're looking at. Oh, yeah.
Closer.
Oh, did it get closer? Oh, screw that. So it must get. Well, let's see.
It just sort of teleports around.
Yeah, here and there. Yeah. Let's see. Where am I? Whoops. I didn't mean to mute myself.
Yeah, you guys know he's out there.
Yeah.
There is always the diplomatic option.
Is there?
They're incredibly smart.
The listener.
I do all right with spirits.
Although...
Yeah, this one I remember has somewhat different characteristics about it.
Yeah.
Slightly.
I don't think anyone's out here looking to make a pact with the void.
You say that.
We don't have any artists in the party
Anymore.
yeah.
Did have one for a short time.
Listener is amenable to multi-classing.
This is true.
Remind me in character, because I know we have the bestiary in the source book, but remind me in character what we might know of these things. I'll make a roll if necessary.
No need. There's a number of bogeymen in the realm of Cairne.
Seems like mostly bogeymen some days.
Well, there's special ones. There's some that actually have names. You know, like the Pale Man and things like that. That there's only one of that you know of, and they haunt certain areas. The Void Wraith is the barren wastes bogeyman that everyone hates to even imagine finding a settlement or finding your home or finding you in the dark. This is the one encounter that most people don't come back from. And the ones that do don't last. Something happens to them. They come back changed. In fact, Wilhelm would know about the condition, most likely, that they come back with. You've probably read about the people who come back wraith marked.
We don't talk about that. Not unless I'm asked. If I'm asked, then I will talk about it. I hope not to be asked.
I think you guys should just run in guns blazing.
Oh yeah, best idea. Best idea.
I think Evelyn, that's what she would vote for. I'm joking, but I'm probably not wrong.
I don't know. Evelyn seemed pretty scared of the thing the first time we met her. Plus, she has root.
She does have root. She's being a little more careful with root. This is very true. So, everyone seems so nervous. So as you guys debate, I'm going to roll from time to time.
As one would.
Just because you're sitting out in the open. Oh,
Yes.
oh my.
Rolling two.
Rolling twos.
Well, and I've got my scope musket up. I got that, and I'm watching. I'm
Alright.
seeing where things going. I'm ready to pull off a shot when I need to. I was just looking at, trying to figure out what my range is on the musket.
It's pretty good if I remember correctly.
Yeah. I assume it's not in a.
15. Man, this overlay's handy. 15, 16, 18. Jesus. Wilhelm. It actually let me put Wilhelm's entire name on the overlay. I don't know if you noticed that, by the way.
Yeah, and it's like running into listener little box.
It is.
Finally gets a little bit of respect around here, though.
It's that long. So basically, everyone but Evelyn, with your passive perception, from where you're at, the sound of drums and chanting can be heard distant in the direction of the volcano. If you use your scope, Uki, you can see what appears to be a Galdawina raiding party heading your way. They are still some distance out, but they are heading your way.
Hey guys,
Yes.
I see, looks like we're gonna have company soon. I see a Goldawina raiding party, and it seemed to be coming this way. Can I see how many?
Probably about 10 to 15. It's hard to say at the distance.
Out of character, I just thought of something really naughty.
What's that?
I think we may play the classic game. Let's you and him fight.
Yeah.
You gonna see if they'll come into the woods for you?
That would be nice, yes. Question, Church.
Yes.
So, obviously, it is a very special undead. It is one with particular characteristics, but it is an undead.
Mm-hmm. It is.
In listener's judgment, will it attack him freely?
It's hard to say. You don't feel secure as you normally would, though. I will say that.
Mhm.
This isn't a mindless, shambling undead. This is something that intelligently makes the decision to wreak death and harm upon the living. So this loves pain, death, and suffering. It feeds on it. It's its entire existence. It doesn't really demark differentials. Most undead, their senses are just kind of animal, and so they don't sense you, if that makes sense. Like they sense you the same way they might passing a tree. You're more of a curiosity that they'll look at and then kind of pass on. This thing would recognize you as sentient, most likely.
As alive and capable of pain.
Yeah. It depends, though. There are some factors still that you're not sure about.
Quarterstaff out, just in case.
All right. So what's the plan?
Listener is in favor of seeing if the Galdawina might provide a small distraction for us. He is a little nervous of this particular undead.
Okay. Are you just going to stand there and let them come at you, or?
Well, we might as well get around the other side of the dome.
Going around or through?
Through seems dangerous.
Yeah, let's do this a little kind of like Star Trek. What I mean by this is, if we can, based on the direction we can see this party, are they far enough off that they would have seen us, or we'd actually sort of circle around the dome so that the dome's between us and them?
Well,
they can't.
they're riding ants.
Okay.
So they're kicking up a good bit of dust, which is how you noticed them. You had to
Got
use
it.
the scope to see them.
Mm-hmm.
Chances are they haven't seen you. They're heading this direction, though, for some reason.
I suggest we try to use the dome as cover from them, and perhaps, as you said, there might be, as listener has suggested, perhaps they'll encounter this other creature before we have to deal with them.
All right, so you want to work your way around the dome, staying around the edge of the trees.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
East or west?
Well, which way are they coming from right now?
South.
Or from the south?
Pretty much straight south, yeah.
Okay.
I think east, personally.
Yeah, east.
All right. So make an eastward rotation around the edge of the forest, all the way to the north.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. Are you going to break the copse of trees at any point? Or are you going to stay on the outside of them?
I think we're gonna stay on the outside.
Okay.
So I don't think we should go all the way around north. I think we should be
Stop
in
here-ish, so we can see him.
be in a position where we can see what's going on.
All right. You won't have any issue, so go ahead and move to where you're going. As long as you don't break the copse of trees, nothing will mess with you. Go ahead and move your tokens.
I have moved Saoirse.
All right. Is that where you're going?
Yeah, we should get a little further north than that, I think.
We'll say you're a little further outside the edge of trees, just for safety's sake, if you want. Huki, do you want me to move you?
Yes, I'm very sorry. I'm distracted over here. Yeah, if you could, that would be great. I appreciate that. I apologize for that.
It's perfectly all right. It happens. All right. So you guys get in position, kind of east by northeast. The Galdawina eventually will ride up. There's probably about 12, 13 of them, all riding giant ants, the carrier ants. They will not go any further. They actually stay probably a good 20 yards away from the edge of the trees and start looking about nervously. They're looking for something. I need all of you, if you want, to give me a perception check.
I love making perception checks.
Only if
It's
you
my
want.
favorite thing.
Good, good. All right. Here, why not? I'll get one for Madam Evelyn there.
Oh, dang.
All right. So, listener Wilhelm, Genesis, and Evelet, from where you're at, kind of crouched and doing the don't see me, don't see me, don't see me routine. You can see two bundled up humanoids strapped to the back of one of the ants. One's very short and stocky. The other is lithe and thin. They're bundled from head to toe, no details available. But the more disturbing thing that you do see is strapped to the side of one of the ants a severed head of a void lizard.
Yep.
Oh no.
No.
Taken as a trophy. So
It do be deadly out there.
after a short time, they look like they are going to give up and turn around.
So with close observation, are what appears to be our companions moving at all?
It's hard to say. They're bound up pretty tight, like witch's cradle style.
Gotcha. How many elves are there exactly?
12 or 13.
That's a lot of elves.
Oh boy, oh boy.
They're all riding carrier ants too.
That's a lot of ants.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Somebody better stop eating.
Can I make a... Can I see if I can figure out where the void creature is?
The void creature?
Yes.
Oh, you talking about the wraith?
Yes.
Yeah,
great.
the wraith.
I'll give you a chance, sure.
Okay.
You're actively looking. We'll still go
Yeah.
with perception. Still go with perception.
I mean, it's the same either way. It's a...
You don't see him right now.
Let me check what my spirit senses do for me here.
Okay. Oh, I feel like this got tense real quick.
I'm about to do something stupid.
Dumb stuff happening. It's great. We love it. I do have spectral awareness, but it's not explicitly anything about undead creatures. Just generally spirits. I'll make an attempt at spotting the creature. I think Wilhelm and I are of one mind on this particular idea.
Okay. Yeah. You know he's in there. You both know he's in there. You just can't see where at the moment.
He's a snooky one.
Yeah, and quick. Very quick. Terrifyingly quick.
Yeah, you do hate to see it.
Well,
Alright, so they're starting to turn around to leave.
Yeah,
Ookie about that. Up. Let's see it.
yeah, yep. Spooky
I-
is not one to hide, not one to hide or run from a fight, and if she's not one of her closest fighting companions has been killed by these heathens, somebody better hold her back. The she will go, but it you know.
I would like to try to move away from the group. Just slowly, keeping the cover of trees. I am going to try...
Just watching Church Control V do his heart's content over here.
I mean, here, I gotta do these two.
Oh!
Eight,
Archibald Evil Edition.
Well, are they really evil though? Or are they just doing what they've been commanded to do?
These, remember, these are infected.
Yes, these are
Oh,
fungal. So
infected.
evil is hard to judge. They are very violent, though.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. We are not qualified.
Alright. So,
We might be trying anyways.
it's up to you.
Well,
What is the plan? I'm gonna give you a short count here before they start turning to go.
Listener's not the first actor on any of this stuff, so I'll be chilling, waiting for activity.
Alright.
So we'll see her.
Orn.
She did not see what was supposedly Kaz and Van Warren on the backs of one of them, and no one pointed it out, so yeah. She's not doing anything right now. Just waiting on everyone else.
Okay.
I am going to start moving around this way, approaching them.
Okay. Keep in mind your movement rate. So just only move that distance for
Okay. Okay, so we're staying in rounds then?
Just for now, till we end up in an initiative. So just go that amount of distance.
Okay.
You can always run through the trees. Don't take my advice, for the love of God. Don't take my advice.
I am going to be here.
Okay.
Which is a double move.
You're dashing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if I get a chance, I am going to move further. And then I am going to make a shit ton of noise.
All right. So.
And I am going to move up to here, but still right behind this tree. Because I know that they're there. I've seen them, but I'm going to be behind the tree, so I'm obscured. Keeping in mind, I'm a sharp shooter,
Okay.
so I can. So meaning that even though they may not be able to see me, so that my ranged weapon attacks ignore half cover and 3/4 cover.
This is true.
So, right? So that way I can be at a point where I can just barely see them, or that they,
Oh yeah, no, you're dangerous. You're dangerous. So, for those of you who even didn't see, you are seeing your team like basically charging up. Anyone else doing anything?
Listener's dash does not cover nearly as much ground. But he will silently, with telepathy, inform those that were standing behind of what's going on here.
Okay.
But hearing that, I think Saoirse is going to move up, and she sees what Uki's doing, so she's going to start a built upon rebel.
Okay.
That makes noise.
She's hand boning. It's a low drumming.
All right. So, okay. Give me a perception roll, please.
$25.
Ha
Very good. Very
That's
good.
20 too.
20.
So, you see the Void Wraith, Uki.
Okay.
He sees you, and he is barreling towards you at a rate of 120 feet per round. You broke the copse of trees. He's coming for you.
120 feet per round.
That's his dash. He was way over here watching the elves. He saw you break the copse of trees and immediately barreled. Yeah. He's moving at a terrifying rate of speed, eyes blazing with bale fire.
Could be better.
Go after the elf! Go after the elf! I'm directing him like I'm freaking air traffic controller.
Are you actually shouting at him?
How can I convince him that I am not the threat?
It doesn't care about threats. I'm not sure it thinks of anything as a threat.
It doesn't. Holy crudderoonie. Well, guess I don't have any choice other than just be like, YOLO, and I'm gonna fire at him with my scope musket.
All right, so you're attacking the wraith.
Yes.
Before you do that,
Oh yes.
I got at least like a half a chance of talking to it.
Okay. All right.
I imagine its sudden rush is like visible and terrifying.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is.
Can I try to open up a line of communication with the Void Wraith? It's gonna be so bad. It's gonna be so bad.
You can definitely make that attempt.
I will make that attempt.
Are you in range?
Yes, of my normal telepathic communications. Yeah, he's in range.
Okay. All right. You're gonna have to force it. He's not gonna willingly let you into his mind.
Actually, if I have to force it, I'm not sure how that works. Let me double check.
I think he gets a wisdom save. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, we honestly never said it.
Yeah, we'll call it a wisdom save just to resist you.
Sure. What would you like me to roll for it for him to be saving against?
Do you have a DC?
I do have a DC, but it's not for telepathy or anything.
I would
If
imagine.
if I would have a DC for telepathy, I think it would probably be...
What, about
what's
16?
my proficiency? Bonus is 3, so...
About 16 or so, probably.
Yeah, 16 sounds right. If we're using int.
Ooh, you force in. You force your way in.
All right. What do I meet when I get in there?
You meet something that's. Oof. This is the darkest thing you've ever encountered, even when you were with the collective.
Oh wow!
They would have never done this because of
They
the
would have
risk.
blown me up on the spot to avoid contamination.
Yeah, just the risk of letting something like that into you as well. It's not anger though. It's not rage. It's just malice. Just pure, unadulterated want to destroy life. It's nasty.
Okay. So, I have an idea. I would like to construct an image for it. And it is an image of all of the elves and their ants just gallivanting over there, so full of life, except they're slightly inside the circle of trees.
Trying to convince him.
Yes, I'm trying to make it think that not only are they all violating its boundaries, but there's just so many of them, so much life that could be destroyed.
All right, give me a persuasion check.
Okay, that'll be fun. It's a 13. I don't know if we have any rerolls.
Do we have any rerolls?
Oh no, I'm so
Oh
sorry.
no!
I don't keep an eye on the chat, so I don't know if any more have come in.
Oh, we haven't gotten any more tonight. I can say that.
All right. I have no other ability to like boost up persuasion, so that's
Wait a
just what
second.
it is.
It
Oh.
was off cooldown. I just
Oh.
redeemed one in chat.
Look at that. Okay, I'll let it go.
Sneaking in there.
Go ahead.
Sneaking in there. All right, here we go. One more try. That's pretty good.
All right.
So I craft this image. I make a split-second decision and say, "There's just no talking to this thing, but maybe I can fool it."
Let's see. I'm gonna give him a chance to resist you, if that's all right.
I don't care.
That's a pretty high roll. So, It's close. Close. So the creature pauses for a second, looks at each of you. It's disquieting because it peers at each of you one by one. It knew where each one of you were. And immediately turns and faces the elves, who are actually turning to leave. But you got your roll.
Yeah.
Here he goes.
Saoirse's going to furiously like motion at Uki to like
Hold.
get back.
So, with disconcerting speed, he clears the 60-foot distance in a round. Just woof, just a mist of shadow and dark malice moving across the land there. God dang.
I will take a moment to communicate with the team while I'm doing this still. I have persuaded it to attack the elves. If we will retrieve our friends and make for the dome, now is the time.
Oh, Jesus. So he runs up as you're doing this. The creature runs up on the first mounted elf that he sees, and with just one arcing swipe of its hand, just obliterates it. Like he just rakes it across the face. A reaction occurs, a black explosion. The ant just collapses, and the creature just comes into like necrotic bits that spew. You guys all hear the boom, and this thing just lights up with fire as it begins to launch into the rest of them, who immediately begin to scatter and try to run.
All right, so we got to move fast.
Listener, we may want to be quick.
So listener is very slow, and he's maintaining this connection in case he has to continue using the site.
Before we move,
Yes. Initiative time?
let's do initiatives. Yes, please. Let me make sure it's clear. Be sure to click your tokens. Genesis, you just rolled, or no? Is that an old one? No, that's an old one. Okay, let me clear this. All right, good to go. Make sure you click your tokens before you roll.
Hey, that's pretty good for me.
That is good for you.
That is not good for me.
I'm going to kind of do the elves on one initiative since they're trying to flee and to save time. Alright, and where is she? Evelyn. There we go. Alright, is that everybody? Yeah.
You got Evelit. This is good.
Looks like it. All right. Saoirse, you're the one first.
All right. I think Saoirse is going to take the dash action.
All right. Make your move.
Let me get the ruler here, wherever that is. Okay. All right. So I think that's 60 right there.
Okay.
And that's my turn, staying at the edge of the trees because I'm not like going in. But, you know,
That works.
friends in danger.
That definitely works. It's hard to get everything in here. Let me see. There's a lot going on this map right now. Okay. Saoirse takes the dash. Listener,
Yo, I am intensely slow. It doesn't cost me anything in particular to maintain a telepathic link. So I just note that I'm still doing that, and I will also take a dash, but it only gets me 30 feet.
All right. Go ahead and make your move. Evelyn's 35, I think. So put her right there. Kind of at the trees. Carrying little root. All right. That brings us to the Galdawina, who are going to collectively dash away on Antback. Boom.
What about the ant that had our?
Its rider knocked off.
It's right. Oh, okay.
It's dead. That ant is dead as well.
Oh, okay, got it.
The reaction from the rider exploding killed it. So yeah, they're going to dash full ant movement. All right, Genesis, you're up.
Okay. Well, creepy wraith dude is now without distraction.
Depends.
I'm gonna cry.
Depends on how well I can fool him. I think we're gonna find out on his turn.
Okay.
So 40. Yeah, their movement was 80 at a dash. Because they're riding the ants.
Okay. I'm gonna do everything I can to just be like, you know how you have that one person backstage at your child's play that's just like so frazzled because they're doing everything. Like they literally can't put their hair into a proper bun because they're so busy getting everything right, like making sure whatever the sandbags are supposed to do actually happens for once. You know, so they're fiddling with the sandbags the entire time. That's the energy that I aspire to create right now. Like,
right.
I want to be all over the place and simultaneously not going anywhere. I want to be constantly moving but standing perfectly still, and just make the background masterpiece that is whatever listener needs right now come together in a magnificent display of psychic and mental abilities.
All right.
It just seems effortless.
So you want to try to assist him, basically.
Seems.
Okay.
Yes. We're gonna weave a very convincing scene.
All right. Okay, you're up.
Can I hold my action?
You're welcome to.
I'm gonna hold the action. Yeah.
Okay. Reliant on what?
Reliant upon whether the void walker ignores listener
Okay.
comes for us.
All right.
So basically, yeah, I think basically once he gets past, like, if it seems that things aren't going well and I mean, you said he does 120 each.
If he dashes.
He fast.
If he dashes, so oh well, he just passes us right by. Yeah,
Everyone's in range.
Yeah, those dash actions are nasty.
Yeah. Okay.
So if he turns to attack, you want to unload on him? Is that
Yes, then I will go ahead and take my action with understanding that. Yes, I should be able to pull off what I need to
Okay.
with my reactions.
So that brings us to him. So he runs to the edge, chasing after the elves and ants, right to the edge of the trees, and then stops. Just stops cold, staring after them for a second, and then his head just slowly turns and looks at all of you.
All right, can I? Because I still have the telepathic link open. Can I make one more desperate gamble to fool him?
What are you trying to do?
I want to make it seem as if they're still just barely in range. Maybe get one more round of distraction. Make him swipe once at the air.
The elves?
Yes.
Oh, that's a pretty nasty deception.
Or even like keep going that direction.
So,
Dramatic music.
I will say normally I would give you a disadvantage
Yes.
Spooky lightning.
since you are being assisted by a powerful psychic.
Yes.
We'll just a standard deception roll.
Okay, here we go. Everybody, this buys us one round, if it works.
Let's go.
Hey, that's not bad.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's see here.
Oh. Give us a chance. Give us a chance.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh, nice.
Punch.
He turns around, growling, swiping at something, but listener, give me a perception roll.
Yeah, sure. Perception. There you go.
You notice as his hand reaches out to swipe, it stops short,
Kitty, stop licking me.
like it hits something that's not there,
Oh, he trapped.
like a barrier,
Ooh.
I don't need
which
mushrooms.
immediately pisses him off and redirects his attention, but you got your roll.
Absorbed precisely one round of its action. I'm more than content.
Which brings us to Wilhelm.
Okay, so all the elves took off, including the ones that had our friend.
Yes.
Mhm.
Back towards the
I-
volcano.
There's no way I can catch up to them. I am, as stupid as it sounds,
I like stupid.
I am gonna run over here and see if I can. I don't know. Basically, I'm trying to get everyone into the dome, and I will provide an active distraction if needs.
All right. Putting yourself out as a target.
Yes.
Yes,
Alright.
run for the dome, though.
Ah, I like that.
I'm moving towards the dome as well, but Wilhelm, he will sacrifice himself if needs be. Hopefully, won't be needed, but
that brings us to Saoirse. Saoirse, what are you doing?
All right, so I'm assuming she noticed the barrier thing too. I don't know, but either way, I think she's
I'll let you roll perception if you want to notice.
okay. Either way, like I think it wouldn't change her action because she knows that staying like on the outside of the trees is safety. Ooh, I guess I did
Yeah,
notice.
you noticed. No worries.
Yeah, so she is going to stay outside of the barrier and start up built upon rubble for everyone.
Okay.
So people can get advantage hoping it goes through the barrier, but like she doesn't want to get in there with the wraith.
Fair. That's fair. What is the range on your song? Did we ever determine that?
We never determined that. I think what I said is 30 up until level 5 when it gets to 60, and then 90 at level 10, and 100 at like level 15, but we never like...
60s.
Yeah, 60 will pretty much reach everyone but like Evelyn.
Okay. No, that works. That's fine. Alright. That works. Built Upon Rubble is active. Everyone keep that in mind, please. Listener?
Hello, I am very slow.
You are very much a big target right now, too. He is mad at you.
I know. It's not great, really. Okay. Here we go. Where, if anywhere, is there an entrance into the dome? Is it right there at the front?
It's a good question. No one's seen one.
Evelyn has the key to this one, right?
I think so.
No, that's Saoirse.
Shit.
All of this is speculation. No one's been here yet, so...
I can get adjacent to the dome on the side.
Alright.
That is what I will do with my round. I use my movement. I get over there.
It is a smooth ivory surface. Do you want to do anything with your action?
That consumed my action.
That's
I have
right.
to dash.
That is a dash, I forgot. Alright.
It's beautiful. I would love to inspect the dome if you'd let me do it as a free action.
I'll let you do a perception.
Alright, I shall. It's 19.
You don't see any breaches in the surface. It's smooth. Like no seams that are visible.
Alright. I have a usable reaction, but I will be holding it.
That is fair.
Don't even know if it'll do anything, but we're gonna find out if it comes to that.
Where is she? There she is. I thought I'd popped her out. I guess not. Alright, so that brings us to Evelyn. Goodness.
Saoirse's going to be sort of motioning for her to get a little closer so she's in range of the song.
You know what? Evelyn disappears.
That sounds like something Evelyn would do.
With Root.
Also reasonable.
I'll say he counts as gear since he's small.
He is very small. Let me make a quick... I don't think it's going to do anything, but we'll just set 10 stealth. As sure as hell it's not going to do anything.
You have not had much luck with your stealth lately.
I kind of never have. It's just... it's a matter of, 1, not having a proper proficiency in it, and 2, having a -1 dex modifier.
True. Very true. Should probably consider giving you proficiency in it.
I could have had it, but I'd had to pick a different class.
No, I mean as a racial bonus.
It would be nice.
That's something that we were talking about a while ago, talking about, the OMs and their stealth checks, because, like, they get a pretty significant, like, subtraction to dex, but they're supposed to be, like, pretty stealthy. So they need some sort of, like, a racial bonus to that stealth check.
I think a proficiency bonus would work. I know with Listener in particular, he's just hyperactive.
Yeah.
He is a very, very busy OM as these things go.
But yeah, no, we'll make that change in the future.
Okay.
Just give yourself a proficiency at it.
Sure.
Genesis, you're up.
Saoirse also motioning for Genesis to get closer because she's like 4 feet out of Built Upon Rubble's range.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do just that. I'm gonna try to use my movement and my action to move thusly.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
That's all I can do.
Okay. Uki, you're up. You definitely get the impression that this is about to get ugly.
Okay.
In fact, not about to, it's going to.
Presently is ugly.
Wilhelm looks like he's probably going to be the first to go. I mean, get attacked.
T minus 10 seconds.
Yeah, Wilhelm is hoping he can buy, I don't know, a round.
You're the doctor, you gotta live.
So
That's
my
not designed, and you know it.
Yeah,
I can move. I think.
I think you can move 35.
Yeah, I can move 30. Can I move 35 and then take a shot with my scope musket?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I need to move in to be able to use the scope musket, don't I, though?
What's the range on it?
That's what I don't think I have. I was looking for that. Would that be in Tasha's?
I thought we had that on your sheet.
I thought we did. I was looking for it and I didn't see that.
See here. Yeah, range is 30, 120.
Oh, it's 3120, right?
Mhm.
So I need to be. Oh, okay. So 3120. And right now I am.
Close enough to pop him. Long range.
All right. Well, let's do it then. Which means then.
And you're within range to Built Upon Rubble, so remember you do have advantage from that.
Advantage for thanks for that reminder. Okay, so let me go.
And you don't have the penalty for long range either?
Yeah, that's right. I don't, because I have one of the things that we were looking at for sharp. Yep, for sharpshooter, attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage on your ranged weapon attack roll.
So you get the full advantage shot.
Great.
She's about to whale this thing. Watch.
What did I just do? Oh, there we go.
God, I hope so.
I hope so. Advantage.
22.
Woo!
22 definitely hits.
For 14 piercing.
14 piercing. Halved because of resistance. But yes, you did nail it.
Got it. Now, I didn't move, so I can can I do an extra attack? I know we talked about this as far as.
Yes.
Okay.
You'll use your bonus action to reload, and then your second attack.
All right. Going to do that then.
Still at advantage. Look at that. Crit. Bam! Bam! So, 17. Nice. Very nice. We'll round up. So, okay. Very
16
good.
damage.
16 damage total.
I think something very silly happens, actually.
What's that?
I remember they do a special thing when they are critted upon.
These things?
Yeah.
The Void Wraith?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I pulled it back up, actually. It's worded in a way
Oh.
that it probably only happens with melee attacks.
Scored on. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll see the burst of energy as that second hit piles into it. I mean, obviously it'll shatter the trees around it a little bit, but not enough to knock anything over. It does make you a little wary, though. Oh dear. All right, that was a good shot, Uki, by the way. Well done.
Thank you.
What's is that? I think that's it for you, right?
I think that's, yeah.
Okay. And that brings us to its turn. All right. Here we go. Let's see.
She's awake.
It is time.
All right. Wilhelm, we knew this moment was coming.
Yeah, I did.
So, with terrifying speed, it charges up upon the doctor.
Stop.
Okay, Jesus Christ. First, as it gets close to you, you can just feel the nasty void energy of it. Immediately, you take 2 points of damage just from being close to it.
Okay.
Smell a hand. Bless you.
God
Why you
dang.
act like that?
I fully take responsibility. This is how Wilhelm is.
Wilhelm, give me a wisdom save.
All right. 10.
You are frozen with fear for the next 3 rounds.
Ouch.
And he's going to swipe at you.
Oh no, it's got multi-attacks?
The first one's just a gaze attack. It does no damage. What's your AC?
13.
Wow, look at that.
Oh!
Daddy,
Is
Damn.
Daddy.
So even frozen with fear, you still kind of stagger back, eyes bulging from your head, narrowly missing a swipe at you as you stumble backwards. So you are still standing, Wilhelm. Still petrified.
all right.
So we'll pass you this time. That's 1 round. That brings us to Saoirse.
Okay, so how far can Saoirse move in without breaking the barrier? Like, how far out is she from it?
Let's see. Say, there you go.
Okay, so she is going to continue playing Built Upon Rubble. She is going to move up right here, so, like, as many people as possible can, like, you know, get advantage from it.
All right. That
Or
works.
right here. I guess this keeps me out still.
Here, I'm gonna do this just so I can see who all is grasped in it. There we go. 60-foot radius around you.
Okay.
All right. So, listener,
Yes.
you're up.
So we have an apparent difficulty here that listener is becoming aware of quite quickly. If anybody would like to take a guess at it.
Getting into the dome.
Yes. We have discussed this before. We know who supposedly has keys to what. If indeed Saoirse does have the key to this one, Saoirse's way over there.
Nothing.
That's not good.
Are you there? What are you doing in there? Get out of my
But-
basement.
I do know somebody with very long-range psychokinesis.
Daddy.
Hi.
My turn will be spent communicating first with Genesis to work out something to do about this. We need to get the key. Genesis, we need the key, but Saoirse is all the way over there.
I'm surprised
Can
that
you retrieve the key?
I'm surprised that listener didn't try, asking Saoirse.
How far can you throw a key? You're right. I should have done this more with the in-character knowledge. Out of character knowledge, I know you're not going to step over that line. So it's no use asking you to.
Well, we've established that my abilities require a line of sight, and I can see Saoirse, so
Viable plan. So, are you doing anything physical?
I will probably walk towards Wilhelm because, that's my good friend up there. I'm not going to let him just die to a void wraith.
All right, go ahead and make your 15.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have anything to do with the action, I guess. Or... let me check a range, actually.
All right.
What is my range here? Oof. It is 5 foot. I gotta get closer. So I'll take the dash action. I've talked to Genesis. I also say to Saoirse, Saoirse, we need the key. The only safety may lie within the dome.
Saoirse will say back to listener, that thing is too fast. I don't know if we could get inside the dome before it hurts us all.
Genesis will attempt to lift the key from you. Help her.
She, gives a very concerned look, but she nods. And she will, lift the, key from her, from around her neck and hold it, in her hand while she's ham boning. And whenever Genesis gets ready, she'll open up her hand.
All right. You good, listener?
That is all I got. I used my action just to get a little bit closer.
All right. So, Saoirse,
Yeah.
the key just got snatched out of your hand.
Shoop.
And you hear a familiar kind of giggle from Evelyn.
So Saoirse's just going to smile
Excuse me?
because, she can't see Evelyn, so she thinks she has an idea of what's up. So, she's going to, ping listener and say that Evelyn got the key.
Hmm.
Now I wanna go home.
And now, let's see.
well, there's that.
There. All right.
No.
Don't worry, Jen. You can still use yours to attack.
Da.
Remember, this thing isn't resistant to psychic damage.
True.
Swear
And
to
if you walked
God.
within built upon rubble.
If I die and you all don't use my sacrifice for good,
Talk to me.
I'm gonna be so mad.
All right, Genesis, now's your chance. Time to shine.
Oh no.
One shot it. One shot it. Come on, you can do it.
What do you mean?
One shot it.
What do you mean one shot it?
Walk forward and get inside built upon rubble.
Psionic blast. Blam.
Okay, alright.
You got this.
Let me just double check my movement here and make sure. Oh my goodness. I am just at the edge of 60 feet. Wow. So, am I looking at the right character? I'm not within it?
This is you.
Okay.
The edge is literally right here.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use half my movement to go here,
There you go.
within it,
You're in it.
and then we're aiming at this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Evelyn already has the key, I don't need to get it.
She's snatched it.
Okay.
Stop
I don't need to get out of it, do I?
that. Keep him down.
She's
I like-
invisible still.
I have 480 pounds of force, I mean, I could just...
Grab her. She's invisible right now.
She can make her own way there, though, right? I don't...
Yeah,
Hopefully.
hopefully.
Okay. What do I need to be doing? The game plan has changed.
The game plan has changed. Now we just need to try and preserve Wilhelm's life.
Wanna
And
the thing? Because that's gonna kill me.
and get in the dome.
You got this. Come on. Where's that insane knife-wielding murderess?
You know what? That gives me thoughts.
Psychic attack.
Enter with a psychic knife.
I do have a morning star, right? Let
Yeah.
me just make sure that I know what that is.
It's big, it's beefy, and filled with spikes.
Okay. Yeah. So have we established whether or not it's on the end of a chain or if it's just a straight staff based type of deal?
I kind of figured it was on the end of a chain.
Okay. Well, if we go with that, and we use the ball part of it as the projectile, could I have launched 480 pounds of force behind this mace and just launch it through his skull?
You're welcome to try. This is the type of creativity I'm encouraging.
Okay. Well, what would I need to do that? Now that I am within the range of built upon rubble.
Well, it's a ranged attack. But you're using your mind powers, so use intelligence instead of dexterity.
Okay.
Happy New Year, Winter Wolf.
Oh.
Oh. Int. Okay.
Advantage.
Okay. This is the definition of a call-out shot. I'm probably not gonna. Okay.
You got this.
As long as I don't hurt myself, it'll be alright. Okay.
You got this. Show them what you're made of. 23 critical hit.
Crit. Oh my god.
Hmm.
I'm made of nat 20. That's what I'm made of. Oh, I love that for me. That's excellent.
So
Passion in those critical fails.
Yes.
roll damage for me.
Okay. That's just wait a minute. Okay, so the Morning Star is a D8, but what do I add for the 480 pounds of force?
Well, first off, Roll the D8 plus your intelligence bonus plus proficiency. So 5.
That's not plus intelligence and proficiency.
Yeah, that's just a D8.
Yeah, and that also needs to be,
Five
doubled.
plus intelligence plus proficiency is +2 +3, which is 11 total.
11 doubled.
So 22.
22. And then it was a crit.
Well, the doubled is for the crit.
No, the doubled is because there's 480 pounds of force behind it.
Big smack.
So
Oh,
we're
okay.
going to do a crit on top of the doubled.
44.
So basically roll another D8 for the crit. Instead of double. That'd just be insane.
That would be
Okay.
a lot.
Okay.
Say up.
Roll another d8.
Mhm.
Go. Crap. There it is. There's the bad one. We hate that one.
That's okay.
7. Ooh.
So it's still 7 on top of how much total? 22.
7.
22.
Well, 7 doubled, so
We're done.
No, just 7 for that one. That's just the crit damage.
oh, okay.
So what was it? 22 plus 7?
29.
29. That's still 29 points of damage at range.
That's hard to achieve. I mean, on this thing, that's a miracle.
Yeah. And that is just a normal Morning Star, right?
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Although, if possible, I would like to lodge that in his head.
Well, he's non-corporeal. Incorporeal.
It just flies through. Why didn't I ask that question? Oh my goodness.
Still a good roll. Still a good roll.
Oh,
You smoked him. No pun intended.
that was so okay.
So here's
I gotta.
the kicker. Ready?
It flies through him.
No. Here's the kicker.
Oh no.
That thing is still in your control. It didn't go flying off after it hit him. You're controlling it.
Ha ha ha.
You're holding it with your mind. It's not lost. You can attack next round with it. Get it?
What if you had a dancing sword, except it's a dancing morning star, and it's being held by just like a really beefy orc?
So now you're starting to see the power of your abilities there.
So this is a tense moment, obviously,
Yes,
but midnight has rolled around.
it has. Do we want to stop here?
Brainstorming ways to keep Wilhelm alive might be helpful.
I really feel like I'm dropping the ball here with something. Like there's something I'm forgetting to do. Like I left the oven on for some reason, but I know that I didn't because it's right there.
Well, can we wrap this round up though? I mean,
Yeah, well, I'm fine with that. It's this.
Yeah, we can make the top of the round.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if he kills me this round.
okay.
Okay.
So, do I have? Can I? How tall is Wilhelm in regards to if I want to fire the musket? Do I need to move over?
Actually, the void wraith is taller.
Yeah, the void rage is large.
Okay. So I'm gonna because built upon rebel playing them within range, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and fire scope musket again.
All right. Tagged.
Yep. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and take a second attack.
All right. Also hit.
All right.
All
So
right.
those are my two.
Blam, blam. Uki's unloading. All right. Is that it for you, Uki?
Yes, I think that should be it because my free action was the reload.
Yeah. All right. That brings us around to tall, dark, and terrifying.
All right.
All right. He's going for you. Because that's just what he would do. Wow. I should be doing these at advantage, but I'm being nice. Alright, and listener, give me a wisdom save, please, as he turns his baleful look on you.
Haha. Sure. 16.
16, just barely. You actually feel the shrill just chill of death wash over you. Something that's kind of foreign and really uncomfortable. Alright.
I feel an elemental opposition to this thing.
Yeah. This is everything you stand against rolled into one. And that brings us to Wilhelm, which is round 2 for you, Frozen. One more.
Yes.
And that's the end of the round. Do we want to wrap it there?
I would advise it. This could get dicey real soon.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe my luck will change by next time we come back.
I need you to keep taking this creature with like a +6 to hit and continue rolling ones.
You see how much damage it would be doing.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh wait, that reminds me. Speaking of damage,
You're supposed to be.
Wilhelm, you did take another 5 from the aura.
Not again.
You are still in melee range.
No, again.
That's all right.
But we'll pick back up with Saoirse at the top of the round. 2 weeks when we come back to this. Next week we're back to Sigil, which is turning out to be a very fun little whodunit.
It's been going pretty smooth.
I'm actually looking forward to that one as well.
We finally get to hear us two talk.
Yes.
This is true. Very true.
And we get to start the pirate adventure. Because we're going to become pirates.
Times are coming.
If y'all can get the scimitar, which Bryn has ideas, but Bryn might bargain for something else.
Oh, that thing's the payment. We're walking out with the scimitar.
There's so much interesting stuff going on in that one. So much. And of course, you still got your BBEG lurking in the shadows somewhere. But we won't see him again for a little bit.
Yes.
Which gives me more time to polish him.
Of course.
However, I think that's all we've got. So, Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We've got a lot of big plans coming this year, so definitely stay tuned. And we'll see you soon.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Nice.
Daddy.